Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to explore one of the most fundamental concepts in statistics, correlation. In simple terms, correlation helps us understand if there is a relationship between two different things or variables. For example, is there a relationship between the hours you study and the exam score you get? Correlation gives us a way to measure that. To measure correlation, we use a value called the correlation coefficient, often represented by the letter R. This value falls on a scale from -1 to +1. A value of +1 means there's a perfect positive relationship. As one variable goes up, the other goes up too. A value of -1 means a perfect negative relationship. As one goes up, the other goes down. And a value of 0 means there's no relationship at all. This might look intimidating, but don't worry, we're going to break it down piece by piece. This is the formula for Pearson's R. It's essentially a fraction. The top part, the numerator, tells us how our two variables change together. The bottom part, the denominator, tells us how much each variable changes on its own. By dividing the two, we get our standardized R value. Let's focus on the top part of the formula, which is known as the covariance. It works by looking at each data point's distance, or deviation, from the average. For each pair of x and y values, we see how far it is from the average x and the average y. Multiplying these deviations tells us if both variables are moving in the same direction relative to their averages. Now for the bottom part. This section deals with how spread out the data is for each variable independently. These are essentially the standard deviations of x and y. Think of it as measuring the total amount of variation or noise within each variable. We need this to standardize our final result. The best way to understand is with an example. Let's say we have data on 5 students, tracking their study hours and final exam scores. The first step is to calculate the average, or mean, for both our x variable study hours and our y variable exam scores. In our case, the mean for study hours is 5, and the mean for exam scores is 76. Next, we'll calculate the deviation for each data point from the mean we just found. For each x value, we subtract the mean of x, which is 5, and for each y value, we subtract the mean of y, which is 76. This gives us 2 new columns that show how far each point is from the average. Now we're ready to fill in the rest of our table. First, we multiply the 2 deviation columns together to get the main component for our numerator. Then, for the denominator, we'll take each deviation and square it. We create one column for the squared deviations of x and another for the squared deviations of y. With our table complete, the next step is simple. We just need to find the sum for each of our last 3 columns. This is what the big sigma symbol in the formula represents. The sum of the products of deviations is 105. The sum of the squared x deviations is 30. And the sum of the squared y deviations is 370. It's time for the final step, plugging our sums into the formula. Our numerator is 105. Our denominator is the square root of 30, multiplied by the square root of 370. After calculating the square roots and performing the division, we get our final R value. Our final calculation gives us an R value of approximately 0.998. Since this number is very close to +1, it tells us there is a very strong positive relationship between our two variables. In other words, as study hours increase, exam scores tend to increase as well. So, let's recap. Correlation is a measure of the linear relationship between two variables. The Pearson's R coefficient gives us a clear number between -1 and +1 to quantify this relationship. And the formula, while it looks complex, is just a way of comparing how variables change together against how they change on their own. Thank you for watching.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.